Hey, let's start the year off right with a plate full of luck. Okay, so here we have some of our Compart Family Farms pecan wood bacon. So I'm just going to dice this up a little bit so we can render it in our dish. So let's go ahead and get our diced bacon in a pan. And we're just going to go ahead and let the fat render out of that. So we'll have the fat to cook with, and then we'll have nice crispy pieces of bacon we can reincorporate into the beans at the end. You can also get a little bit of olive oil in there just to get it going. Okay, so these are just about done. It happens fast. It's like they're not ready and then they're ready real fast. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking these out. I'm not going to keep all of the bacon grease in here. I'm going to leave about a tablespoon of it in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and stir in our black-eyed peas. Stirring those in, we'll start to get some of the good stuff off of the bottom. That little caramelized fond. I'm going to put in a little bit of salt and pepper. And now I'm going to cover with some chicken stock. And I want to just cover these. So I'm going to let these simmer for about 30 minutes or so till they're nice and tender. Okay, now these beans are perfectly done. They're not mushy. They still have a little bit of bite to them, a little al dente. The broth has also cooked down so that there's just enough to have a nice little sauce in there. So let's put that bacon goodness back in there. A little bit of parsley for freshness. I'm going to give this a stir. And these are ready. So let's go ahead and start working on our collard greens. What's great about our Ellsworth collard greens is they're already kind of quickly blanched, so you don't have to cook them all day long. You can do a nice quick cook on these. So what I'm going to do first is put some olive oil in our pan. And you know, we just did render that bacon, so I figure why not put just a little bit of the bacon grease in this for just a little added kick of flavor. There's about a teaspoon or so. And now also we have Ellsworth pre-diced onions. Super simple. The great thing about this dish is we can make this dish in less than 30 minutes as opposed to having to cook all day, right? So let's go ahead and put some of our onions in there. I'm just going to wait for them to get translucent, just maybe a tiny bit of color. So these onions look nice and softened now, just a touch of color. Let's go ahead and put our collards in. A little bit of salt and pepper. And some chicken stock. I'm just going to let these simmer for a few minutes. These are already on the tender side, so all I want is to just simmer these probably for about 5 more minutes, and they should be great. Okay, so these are nice and tender, not mushy. They still got a little bit of bite to them. Optional, but just for a little bit of twang to them, I'm going to put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there just to give them some zip. Here we have our Compart Family Farms bone-in pork chops. You know those commercials, the other white meat? No. That's commodity pork where all the flavor is bred out of it. This is high marbled Duroc pork. And look at the color in this. That means flavor. There's great marbling in here in color, and these just are amazing pork products we get from them. So before we sear these, I'm just going to put a little bit of an olive oil coating on them, and then we're going to salt and pepper. Of course, you can season these however you like, but for me, this product is so good I want it to be the star, and just a little bit of salt and pepper is, I think, all we need. Okay, so now we have a greased pan. It's just starting to smoke, so I know it's nice and hot. And let's go ahead and put our chops in there. Because this product doesn't have any washes or solutions or chemicals or preservatives in it, it's just pure protein. They will cook a little bit quicker than you're used to if you're using regular grocery store product. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to do it for about 3 to 4 at the most minutes on each side. It's okay if it's a little pink inside. It's perfectly fine. And these are going to be delicious. Now this is optional, but if you like the nice grill marks on it, you just go a little bit of a quarter turn on there. So these are ready to flip. Okay, so these should be nice and medium when about 3 minutes on each side. I'm going to take these out and let them rest. So now to plate our lucky plate of Compart Family Farms pork chops paired with collard greens and black-eyed peas for good fortune the whole year round. Enjoy!